Welcome to another episode of Life and Whiskey. As always, I'm Jordan, and today we're going to look at Rabbit Hole. This is the Dareringer, as it is actually pronounced. It's a finished whiskey. It is straight bourbon whiskey finished in PX sherry casks, 46.5% ABV or 93 proof. This bottle I bought for my wife for Christmas as a gift because, like I said in some of my other videos, she's really getting into finished whiskeys. So I thought I'd be nice to her and give her that. Picked it up locally for $84.99, so pretty freaking expensive, $85 whiskey. It is a product of Rabbit Hole and Pernod Ricard, I don't know, something like that. You can see we've tapped into it a little bit here. As I was just saying, we started getting into finished whiskeys. I think if you haven't already, definitely check them out. Angel's Envy, I know it's hard for some people to get. Here locally, it's about $45, $46 for a bottle. Can get it fairly regularly. That's a great one. Wyoming Whiskey, they're double cask. So pretty much anything, and this is a broad statement and not always true, but most things that are double cask or double oaked are some sort of a finished whiskey. And if you get the sherry cask finished stuff or a port cask really is, if you like sweeter whiskey, port cask finish is really what you want to find. The dry fly, go back, watch my dry fly episode where I take a look at dry fly, their port cask finish. It's a huckleberry port cask. Man, that stuff's excellent. Same with a lot of scotches that we started looking at. Like we had a Lafroig sherry cask finish. What else is there? I don't know. A lot of finished whiskeys. To me personally, I think they're excellent. I kind of prefer them. I think that they're a great whiskey that if you already like the whiskey, it just adds another layer of complexity and sweetness and enjoyability to the whiskey. So, all that being said, here we go. The Dareringer Rabbit Hole. And I'm not going to drink a whole lot of this because it's not mine. On the nose, you get that sherry cask right away where you get a lot of dark fruits with a sweet, jammy undertone to it. Almost like a raspberry jam, maybe. You get a sweet floral in the very background, kind of mixing with that jam, so it's like strawberry preserve or something like that. Strawberry raspberry preserve or boysenberry or something. One of those really dark berries. Hint of oak. You can hear my neighbor's dog in the background. Yeah, that's what I'm getting. Very, very nice nose. Sweet, delicious. A little bit of brown sugar in there. Not very much. Just really, really nice. On the sip, the sip is just a slight dryness forward, and then it's this dry cherry. I'm trying to think of, there is a cherry in there that it starts out as, and it's like a distinct cherry, like imagine a cherry flavored vodka or something that has no sugar in it. It's just cherry flavor without the sweet. It has that up front. Then it moves into a sweetness, like that jammy, sweet, sugary cherry or fruit comes through. And it's a nice dark fruit. You could call it a cherry if you wanted, almost like how cherry Pepsi presents with cherry. It's like that. And then it moves into a nice oak, and it dries out on the tongue for the finish with a little bit of tannic note to it, a little bit of spice. And the proof kind of comes through, even though it's 93 proof, which isn't that high. It has a little bit of ethanol in it. Really, really nice flavor profile. A little bit short, oddly enough, but you get a lot of sweet notes and then a little bit of oak and tannic notes. And man, it's really, really nice. Same profile. The cherry that time was tamped down. And like I said, the cherry, man, it almost moved into like a cherry cough syrup on that one. And then in the middle, it picks up with the sweeter notes, brown sugars and stuff, and then it has kind of an odd finishing note on the second taste there. Very cherry cough syrup all of a sudden. So, not necessarily the best, but start to finish on that one, it went cherry cough syrup, like Robitussin. Or, the old cherry cough syrups before they got all sugary sweet and it just had that weird cherry flavor. So the cherry cough syrup of my youth, that's where we headed here. Man, that nose is just sweet and delicious. So I'd say the second sip was not as pleasurable as the first because that cough syrup really took over for me. Third sip went brown sugar, oak. That cherry cough syrup kind of dissipated. So one to sit with. Now I know that those notes kind of threw things off a little bit, throwing out that cough syrup and having it take over. But if you give it some time, let it open up, maybe try a couple drops of water. You know what? We got water. Let's try a drop of water in there. So just a drop or two, nothing. 2, 3, nothing major. Let's just see what that does. If that fractures everything. It killed the nose, I'll tell you that. It almost went, all that sweet fruit jamminess kind of went away and went a little bit more oak on the taste. Okay, I think I prefer that with a little bit of water. On the taste, that cherry forward, that cough syrup cherry, got tamped way down. It was there for just a split second, then it went really, really sweet. Jam, vanilla, brown sugar, and then picked into some oak, a more pronounced oak note. And then on the finish, it went back to a jammy quality. That kind of lingered. Yeah, I like that better with just a drop or two of water in there. I think if that dropped down, to like 90 or 91 proof, it would be a little bit better. So there you go. Rabbit Hole, Dareringer, $84.99 here locally. Drop in the comments down below what your experience with Dareringer by Rabbit Hole is and what it costs in your area. Would love to hear from you. If you haven't already, please check this out. Check Life and Whiskey out on BitChute Mines, although my Mines account's I'm not really doing too much with that these days. And soon on Rumble, I'm trying to get videos uploaded on there. So if you are watching on YouTube, go ahead and check out those other platforms because I'm going to be releasing more content and more exclusive content on those platforms. And as always, you know what? Greatly appreciate. If you haven't already, think about subscribing, share this video with anybody who you think might appreciate it. And yeah, as always, have yourselves a great day. You guys take care. We'll catch you in the next video.